But speaking of high hopes, there's a lot of mile high hopes about
Mhm.
this team here. And it's kind of funny. We're standing in the same division, but we're going back to the team that took the L last night. And Bibby, you might want to stick around for this one because the Orange Crush, I don't know, man. Their hopes may have got crushed. Justin Herbert threw two passes for two touchdowns. I mean, Justin Herbert threw two passes for two touchdowns. Justin Herbert threw two passes for two touchdowns. I'm just letting y'all know. Got no fly zone. I mean, they did get a pick, but I just had to throw it out there twice. Chargers scoring a free kick. Dave alluded to that in the last segment, and the Broncos win. I mean, the Broncos lose 34-27. So this right here puts you behind the eight ball in your division. So we gotta ask, will the Broncos make the playoffs? And I was trying to get my standards up before I got here, but I think I got it up. And I want to go here because I want to see how many division wins they have. They only have two right now. Of course, we all know the Chiefs are sitting at number one in that division at 13-1. Of course, they just lost to the Chargers, so that gives the Chargers a 3-2 lead on them. And now I'm going to the Broncos schedule because it's going to be tough for them to actually make it within the AFC in the way that things are shaking out. But I want to see where they at currently, and I like that they're right now they're the seventh seed. So the teams that are chasing them currently right now are the Colts, Dolphins, Bengals, and that's about it. The Bengals still got hope.
The Bengals, they play the Bengals next week.
The
So that's
Bengals
the
still
game.
got hope.
Hmm.
Whoever wrote this NFL script was spot on this season because the next 3 weeks, a lot of teams need to face each other and also
Yeah.
have other teams that are facing opponents that they need to lose. So it's going to be very, very interesting how this all pans out. And shout out to Jo for saying something about the Ravens winning the AFC North because if the Bengals win this game, they still have a shot to win at least or at least make the playoffs. They're not winning that division because it still is kind of
Mm.
Bills kind of got that one on lock. But we right now we're talking about the Broncos. Do I believe that the Broncos can make the playoffs? I have to say yes, Dave.
Mm.
I have to say yes because the teams that are currently chasing them, I do believe. I think the Colts have a shot. Miami right now, I don't know what happened in Miami after Tua got hurt. I don't know what's going on in Miami this season. They already talking about Tyreek Hill. I don't know if it's real or not. Him talking about he want to make trades, but it,
Mm.
it it's a little shaky down there. And with the Bengals, they need to win out. So that's going to be tough because they got a lot of division games coming up also. And then you still got the Ravens and Steelers who are fighting to be the king of the North. And with ESPN, what they say, the playoff odds for them, for the Broncos to make it is around about 85%. And coming from a
Mhm.
guy's who team is like 2% to make the playoffs, it's probably negative zero point 0.5 right now at this rate. I'm gonna say I think the Broncos make it.
Mm. You know what? I actually think the Broncos make it too. That's kind of where I was going to go because I think that the matchup that's key is the matchup next Sunday. And when they play the Bengals, that's the matchup that's going to tell it all. If they win that game, then they in, plain and simple. Because the only way the Bengals get in, they have to win out.
Yep.
They have to absolutely win out. They got to win that. The only thing is, I don't trust the Bengals defense. The Bengals defense have been putrid all season long. It's been bad. It's terrible. That's the one team that has been able to score 30 plus points, but in almost all those games they gave up 30 plus points.
Sheesh.
They're what 3-5 in games where they allow 30 plus points. That's not a winning record.
Nope.
It's not a winning record. And Joe Burrow is crazy because the offense has not been the issue. Chase Brown has had a good season. Jamar Chase has gone off. T. Higgins has been in and out of lineup, but it hasn't stopped this offense being able to put up points. Joe Burrow would be in the MVP conversation if the record was switched.
And that's
if
a
they were
fact.
like if they were 9-6 or 8-5, he would be in the conversation for MVP. But the fact that they don't have a winning record is the reason why he's not in the conversation. But his numbers tell it all. Jamar Chase is having the best year of his career so far right now.
Mhm.
He is right now leading in every category as far as catches, receiving yards per game, and touchdowns. The man has 15 touchdowns already.
The triple crown, right?
Yes. Triple crown. He's about to I don't think anyone's going to catch him. I don't think anyone's going to catch him when it comes to because I think the only thing somebody might catch him in catches, but yards and everything else, I think he got that.
Yeah, no, I think it's
I think he
cool.
got that because he's having a phenomenal season this year. He's had multiple games of 2+ touchdowns, almost 150 yards. We know what he did against the Ravens. We know what he did against the Cowboys. Sorry, but
And they sorry they should have played.
yeah, I mean the man just he just balls out. And you think about other receivers that started to come up. You know, Jerry Judy, who's having a fantastic season, but Jamar Chase has been balling this year, man. I don't know if there's any cornerback that can really stop him. Honestly, he's that conversation we had a couple years ago about him and AJ Brown. I, this right here is the reason why I was saying Jamar Chase is the better receiver. Now I'm not saying that AJ Brown ain't worth being in that top 5 or anything like that, but this is why I was saying Jamar Chase was over him because he's that dynamic of a receiver. But this defense is just they can't stop anybody.
Nope.
That's the thing with me. They can't stop anyone, especially someone else that can come in and put up points. And the Broncos have showed that they can go in and put up points. Remember against the Browns, they went and put up points against the Browns, and that was a shootout game. So you got to deal with that, and it's so many other things that can go into it. But I don't see the Bengals being able to beat them. I think when the Broncos play them next week, that the Broncos will win, and that'll be them. That's basically their clinch to get into the playoffs because that's what they need. They just need to win that game for real.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that one because their last 2 opponents is the Bengals and the Chiefs, and at that point, the Chiefs may have this thing wrapped up, so they may start resting some guys, just to go into the bye week. So the Broncos may have a chance there to steal that one. And I went to go look up Jamar Chase stats while you got it. Hey, Joe, man, I come back, you got what's going on here, man? What's going on? What's going on? The musical chairs, but it feels good to be back, bro. So what I would say
It's
is
crazy. It's normally me with the musical chairs, but I've been good.
I tagged you in as the dummy, bro. I'm like, look, man, perfect attendance. There you go, Dave. It's all
Gotcha.
man.
Gotcha.
Now, as far as touchdowns, the closest person is Amon St. Brown. That's the only person that can catch him in touchdowns. If Amaron had a game today and Chase took a few games off, because he's definitely going to get some more touchdowns because it's that easy for him at this point. Him and Burrow don't even look at each other. They just throw the ball and you just know where it's going to be. Like the one play he did the out route on the Cowboys, he was like, I didn't even know the ball was coming. I just turned around and scored a touchdown. Let's not talk about them. It's terrible. But outside of that, and then with yards, Justin Jefferson probably can. But like I said, he still got more games to play. So you're going to see right about what Joe say. Now the Chiefs are the only game in front of the Bills.
Look at the private chat. That's what you probably need to look at.
Hold on, what we got going? Okay, make money. Let's get some money.